We have all seen it. The guy in the gym who looks like a superhero, huge chest, massive arms, struggling to bench press 225 pounds. And then, right next to him, a person who looks like a librarian, weighing 160 pounds soaking wet, walks up to the deadlift platform and pulls 500 pounds like it's made of styrofoam. Welcome to Dr. Levitas. How is this possible? If muscle moves weight, why is the smaller engine producing more horsepower? The answer isn't in the muscles, it's in the wiring. Strength is not just a measure of tissue, strength is a signal. It's a skill performed by your nervous system. Today, we are diving into the concept of neural drive. The viral truth is that you aren't weak. You are physically capable of lifting a car right now. But your brain has installed a software lock that limits you to about 60% of your potential. We are going to learn how to override that safety switch, why practicing lifting builds more strength than grinding sets, and why your grip is the ultimate dashboard for your nervous system's health. And as we dive into it, please hit the like button and leave a comment. Your engagement is a huge help to the channel. First, we need to address the safety brake. Your body's #1 priority is self-preservation, not a new personal record on the bench press. Embedded in your tendons are tiny sensory receptors called Golgi Tendon Organs, or GTOs. Their job is to measure tension. If you try to lift a heavy weight, the tension in the tendon rises. If that tension gets too high, the GTO sends a panic signal to your spinal cord, which immediately sends an inhibition signal back to the muscle, forcing it to relax. It's like a circuit breaker popping to prevent a fire. Scientific consensus suggests that the average untrained individual can only voluntarily access about 60% of their absolute muscle potential. Your brain stops you there because it doesn't trust your structural integrity yet. It thinks if I let him pull harder, he'll tear the tendon off the bone. So feeling weak is actually just your brain successfully protecting you from yourself. So what happens when we disable the safety brake? We see a phenomenon known as hysterical strength. We've heard the stories of mothers lifting cars off trapped children. These aren't power lifters, they are regular people. In a life or death situation, the brain's fear center, the amygdala, overrides the Golgi Tendon Organs. A massive surge of adrenaline essentially screams, I don't care if we tear a muscle, we need to survive. This proves that the hardware, the muscle tissue, to lift the car was always there. The mother didn't grow new muscle in 5 seconds. She simply accessed the 40% reserve capacity that is usually locked away. Now, we can't, and shouldn't, rely on life or death terror to train. But high-level strength training is essentially the process of convincing your GTOs to become less sensitive, to teach the governor that it's safe to let the car go a little faster. This brings us to the biggest mistake people make, treating strength like body composition. You build muscle by exhausting it. You build strength by practicing it. This is a concept popularized by strength coach Pavel Tsatsouline called greasing the groove. It is based on the neurological principle of synaptic facilitation. Every time you perform a movement, your brain sends an electrical signal down a specific pathway. The more frequently you send that signal, without fatigue, the more your body wraps that nerve in a substance called myelin. Myelin is like the insulation on a high-speed internet cable. If you want to get strong at push-ups, doing one set of 50 to failure is actually less effective for neural learning than doing 5 perfect push-ups 10 times a day. By greasing the groove, you are reinforcing the most efficient electrical pathway. You are teaching your muscles to fire in perfect synchronization. Think of it this way. You wouldn't practice a piano concerto until your fingers were so tired they cramped up. You would practice it fresh and perfect. Strength is no different. Here is a practical hack you can use in the gym today. It's called post-activation potentiation, or PAP. Imagine you are about to jump as high as you can. If you walk around wearing a heavy-weighted vest for 5 minutes and then take it off right before you jump, you will feel incredibly light. You will jump higher. Why? Because your nervous system tuned itself up for the heavy weight. When you unrack a weight that is heavier than your working set, say holding 110% of your max bench press for 10 seconds without lowering it, your nervous system goes into high alert. It recruits every available motor unit to stabilize that load. When you rack it and then pick up your normal working weight, say 80%, your nervous system is still potentiated. It hasn't turned the volume down yet. The weight feels lighter, the bar moves faster, and you complete more reps. You have effectively tricked your CNS into bringing a bazooka to a knife fight. Why do powerlifters obsess over grip? And why do doctors use grip strength to predict all-cause mortality in the elderly? Because your hands are the primary interface for your nervous system. If you look at a map of the motor cortex, this is the part of the brain that controls movement. The amount of real estate dedicated to the hands is massive compared to the legs or back. Your hands are hardwired to your brain. When your central nervous system is fresh and ready to fire, your grip will be like a vice. When your CNS is fatigued or fried, your grip is the first thing to go. If you walk into the gym and the bar feels thick, or you can't squeeze it hard, that is a direct message from your brain saying, "We are offline today, listen to it." A weak grip equals a weak neural drive. You cannot trick this indicator. We all have that one song, the one that makes you want to run through a brick wall. But is it just a placebo? Science says no. A study published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research analyzed the effect of music on grip strength and lifting performance. They found that listening to high-arousal music, fast tempo, aggressive, significantly increased force production compared to silence or slow music. The music stimulates the reticular activating system in the brainstem. This increases physiological arousal, heart rate, blood pressure, and a neural excitability. It effectively primes the fight-or-flight response we talked about before, just to a lesser degree than the lifting a car scenario. So if you are attempting a heavy PR, silence is your enemy. You need that external auditory stimulus to help crank the volume knob on your neural drive. Finally, we need to talk about the danger zone. Muscles heal relatively quickly, usually 48 to 72 hours. But neurons, they take much longer to recover. CNS fatigue is when the neurotransmitters like dopamine and acetylcholine are depleted, or the receptors become less sensitive. You haven't torn a muscle, but the signal strength is weak. How do you know if you have CNS fatigue? First, grip strength drop. As mentioned, if your dynamometer reading drops by 10% or more, you are done. Second, loss of fine motor control. Are you dropping your keys? Is your handwriting sloppy today? That's neural fatigue. Third, low motivation. Dopamine drives the will to lift. If you physically dread the bar, it's not laziness, it's a chemical protective mechanism. Fourth, the finger tap test. Tap your index finger as fast as you can for 10 seconds. If you are significantly slower than usual, your CNS is lagging. If you see these signs, pushing through won't make you stronger. It will lead to injury or burnout. The strongest athletes know when to go hard, but they also know when to go home and sleep. Prepare for the doctor's verdict. Rewrite your software. Strength is often sold to us as a visual aesthetic, something you buy with protein powder and mirror selfies. But true strength is an invisible internal skill. It is the ability of your brain to command your body to do the impossible. You have reserves of power inside you right now that you have never touched. By training your nervous system through perfect practice, heavy holds, and respecting your recovery, you can unlock that 40% reserve. Stop trying to just build a bigger engine and start learning how to drive the car. I'm Dr. Levitas, helping you upgrade your hardware and your software. Watch this video suggestion. It was especially picked for you. Also share, comment, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and hit the bell icon. It helps a ton with the algorithm. Remain tuned for future videos to empower your health and fitness journey. So, stay healthy, stay happy, and keep going.